Hello everybody. In front of you is sitting Alex, or Alexander Dianov Alexandrov. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Bulgaria, for those of you who don't know me. In this video, I'm going to say only the truth. I swear, I'm going to say only the truth. You may wonder what am I doing in this video, and it's very hard to understand because it's quite deep. It's quite hard to comprehend the importance of this practice, I would say. It as a practice. The practice of saying the truth. The practice of being true to yourself. This is probably the most important thing that a person can do in their life in order to be happy, to live fully, to have no regrets. Right now, I'm very anxious. I have a lot of anxiety in my body. I'm very stressed about making this video because this is a normal reaction when you're about to expose yourself in front of, it doesn't matter, 1 person, 2 person, 3 people, 10 people, 100 people. I don't know how many views this video is going to get. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so we'll see. This resistance is normal because we hang on the truth. We mask it with lies. And it's very hard to say it. But the fact that it's hard doesn't mean that we shouldn't. This video may be very chaotic. There are no edits. I just speak on top of my head. And I haven't even warmed up in front of the camera. I haven't made a video in about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. So it's a little bit hard for me to get my mind straight and to speak to you as direct as possible. But how can I start? Why am I making this video? It's a very good question to start this with. I'm sick of being a boy anymore and not being a man. I'm sick of living the life that I don't want. I'm sick of being the person that I don't want to be. And the thing that I'm most sick of is not being free in any realm. Not being free in my life, not being free in my destination, not being free on my journey, not being free spiritually, not being free psychologically, to be completely, fully myself. I'm sick of this. And I decided, not today, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, that this is going to radically change. I was in the hospital for 14 days in total because I had a minor knee surgery. I had an infection on the knee and it needed to be removed. So I stayed in the hospital for 14 days, and you know how it goes in the hospital, the same like in the prison. You have quite a lot of time to think. I was thinking about a lot of things. The first week I pretty much wasted it. I didn't do anything. I was just scrolling on my phone, watching some YouTube videos, distracting myself, playing even head soccer. For those of you who don't know, it's a football game on the phone. We used to play it in school. But it turned out that I need to stay 1 more week. After the initial first week, I needed to stay 1 more week to continue my antibiotic treatment. So, in this week, I didn't have as much internet. I didn't play that much head soccer. I spent this time thinking or consuming only quality content. And this moved me to the idea, first of all, I found God. We're not going to speak about this topic in detail, but I found the godly principles. I don't know in English exactly, but the 10 commandments. And the principles of religion, of Christianity, of God. I'm not afraid to say it because that's what happened. This is the truth. But I also thought about many other things in my life that I do not the right way. After going out of the hospital, I felt wiser. And with my friend Nasko, we absolutely love speaking to each other about deep topics. We like to share ideas with each other, especially some philosophical concepts and some realizations, some life lessons. And after speaking 3 hours in one park with beer in hand, we came to the conclusion that we must be more real. We must be more true to ourselves, not only with our thoughts, but with our words and with our actions. This is something that is absolutely mind-blowing once you get the grasp of it. And this is the purpose of today's video. After this conversation, Nasco showed me this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy. It's unbelievable, this book, and it absolutely blew my mind. Now, the title of this book can be quite misleading, because what is wrong to be a nice guy? But everybody asks this question. The main idea of this book is for men to stop hiding who they actually are. Of course, it goes much deeper than that, with many different topics and examples. But once I was like 30 minutes into this book, I realized that my whole life was a lie. I was lying about everything. And somebody thinks that a lie is when you have $10 and then they ask you how many dollars you have and you say, I have $20. This is the most basic example of a lie. But I'm speaking about something much deeper here. Lying about who you are. Lying about what you actually want. What are your needs? What do you want to see? What do you want to accomplish? Who you are. Not only with your words, but also with your actions, with your thoughts, with your desires. I was constantly running away from who I am. And I'm sick of this. And a couple of days ago, it doesn't matter, let's say today is the day that this is going to change. Now, I'm not making this video for you guys, as selfish as it may sound. I'm making this video for myself. Because from personal experience, when a person is telling the truth, when a person is sharing absolutely everything without any holding back, the person who does it benefits, not the other person on the other side. Actually, they also benefit from this experience, because they have the benefit to experience the real you. Guys, I'm going to put on the silent mode, just so nobody interrupts our video. This video is not for you guys. Maybe it's not very interesting for you. The benefit of this video to you guys is that I can be an example for you. I can be an example, a motivation for you to see that being real is not so dangerous. Being real is the way to go ahead. It's a quite basic advice that people say, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. And it's the fucking truth, guys. But it's very hard to do it. Because we are so deeply insecure inside of ourselves, all of us, about different things, that it's so hard to be ourselves. And I've seen many people, and from my personal experience, the people that are the least insecure about themselves, they are the most charismatic. They are the nicest to be around. Sharing their flaws, their negative sides. These things make us human. And I want to be human. I want to put off my mask and start being myself from this day on. In order for this to happen, unfortunately for everybody who is anxious to say the truth like me, a lot of truth needs to be said. This video is a big challenge for me, because there are potentially a lot of people that may see it and may know my dark secrets. Wow, so scary. And then what? This is a very big misconception that when you say who you really are, when you say your real stories, people are going to not love you anymore. This is a very big trap that I fell into. I was in this trap for my whole life. I always thought that people are not going to love me for who I am. That's why I decided to be pretty much somebody else. But let me start the story from the beginning, from when I was a little kid. When we are little kids, we don't have that many insecurities. But I would say after maybe 7, 8, 9 years on, we start to become quite insecure about ourselves, and That's when the whole social conditioning starts to take place. So my first insecurity growing up was my hair, my body hair. I remember, I think I was 4th grade, which in Bulgaria is like 10 years old. I was going to swimming training. I was a swimmer. And I remember when we were doing the warming up, there were some exercises like this or like this or like this, something like that, where we just lift our hands, lift our arms and just stretch them or do something like this or whatever. And because I was maybe, I'm not sure the actual reason, I was more mature, more testosterone, maybe more hormones, maybe some hormonal disbalance, but I had hair on my armpits. I mean, I still have, but back then it was not normal because nobody my age had this hair on their armpits. And for me, this was a huge insecurity. Every time I did something like, let's say this, I was covering here this part. I was always trying to, I started to hide myself. I started to make the exercises something like this. Not trying to show my armpits and hiding my facial hair, which was everywhere. Not facial hair, body hair, which was everywhere. Much, much, much younger than anybody else. This was my first insecurity starting up, and I was hiding. This is a very basic but very clear example of how things are. You just hide. You just hide who you are. You don't embrace yourself, but you try to pretend that you're something that you're not. I don't know if I lived up to this anxiety, this insecurity of mine. I think so. I think I overcame it. Because now I don't care, and I'm even more hairy than my peers once again, but this time I really don't care. I think it's more of my style. Then when I grew up even more, maybe because of this hormonal disbalance, or maybe that's just how my body works, because it's still the same, I'm sweating a lot. Right now my room is very, very hot because I close the window so there is no traffic noise coming in. But I'm very sweaty guy, probably, I'm not sure, but I'm sweating right now. And always when I go out, I'm always sweating here on my armpits, not only on my stomach, even on my ass or the area, where my dick is. And I've always been so ashamed about this. Every time I was in school, I was absolutely sweating everything out of my body. My shirts, my school uniforms were soaking wet, like from here to here. And it was such a huge insecurity for me. I remember I was dreading it, every day while I was traveling to school, whether that is walking or driving. I just prayed that this day I'm not going to sweat so much and I'm not going to embarrass myself the same. Every time it happened though, because it happened every day, because I think it's something quite normal, my body language closed. I started to be like this. For example, if there is some math question that I needed to answer because I was in math school, I was doing like this, guys. Again, holding my armpits just so nobody can see. I would rather soak my hand in sweat rather than just do this. This is an insecurity of me, I would say, until now. Not so much like before, but still I'm conscious about it, and I slowly realize I cannot do anything about it, really. This is something, I would say it's normal. For a male I don't think I have such a high testosterone, to be honest, compared to some other testosterone guys, but I think as a man it's normal, and I've spoke to many other guys and they say they also sweat a lot. So I think it's normal, especially in the summer, to sweat. But I'm just telling you that this was something that was literally haunting me. That's why I tell you these things, guys, because now I say them in a calm way, but these things are such big insecurities for me. Something that I needed to hide every single day. Something that I was conscious about every fucking day. I'm speaking to somebody at school or something like this, and I'm like this. They're talking to me something. I don't listen to them. I'm thinking about my armpits. I'm thinking about the sweat that I have on my back, for example. Now I even have it. But I'm done hiding it, guys. I'm done hiding this and that and that and everything. I want to go on the camera or go on real life, go in front of hundreds of people and just say the truth. Just show myself. Just be fucking real. Probably the biggest thing for me, the biggest problem when it comes to this not realness, is with the girls, with the women. Let me drink a sip of water because this is actually real. Do what you love every day, guys. So, I have a lot of anxiety and stress about this topic. It's not a secret, every boy growing up dreams about having girlfriends, love, sex, all these kind of things. I've had some girlfriends here and there, but my big problem for me was sex. I was very insecure about it. I was very insecure to be intimate with a girl. When I was even young, proper young, I was insecure to hold her hand. When I was a little bit older, I was insecure to kiss the girl. And when I grew up, in the age that people start having sex, I was insecure to have sex with my girlfriend. So everything started with my first kind of serious girlfriend. I was 18 at that time. And we dated for like 2-3 months. I remember we went on dates, like we went on 5 dates. She clearly liked me. I mean, not only that she was coming on the dates, but you can see it in her eyes. This girl really likes me. And I was afraid to kiss her. Not that I didn't want. I wasn't true to myself and my needs and my wants and my desires. I didn't kiss her because I was fucking scared, guys. I was anxious about I don't know what, because the risk here is almost non-existent. The girl is into me and there is nothing wrong that can happen. But I was so scared about this. So, yeah, 5 dates in, I still couldn't kiss her. I remember she was waiting at her front door. Just waiting. Come on, do something. Anyways, I had to go to a club with her to get a little bit drunk to kiss her there for the first time. Then we continued dating, we started kissing. Wow, what a big achievement. And then 3 months after that, I still haven't had sex with her. I was a virgin and she wasn't. But I was constantly avoiding having sex. I have no idea why. Literally have no idea why. I wasn't inviting her to her place, to my place. I wasn't going to her place. Every time it was such a big anxiety for me to even start having sex, undressing and kissing and this kind of stuff. And the logical thing happened. It's quite hard to share this, especially on the internet. But from my experience, what is the most personal is the most relatable. So many guys will probably relate to me from this story, but what happened is that when it was about for us to have sex, the first time we were naked and everything, and I was putting on the condom, my dick couldn't get it up. I tried, all the methods. I don't want to get restricted from YouTube. She even tried to help me. Nothing. A healthy man, 18 years old, full of hormones and testosterone, couldn't get it up. I knew it's not normal. I blamed it on the condom because it's more convenient. But I couldn't get it up. And it's not only on this occasion. I think we tried 2 or 3 more times. I didn't have problems with the other stuff, I would say, but the other sexual stuff. But this was a problem for me because I'm not sure. My theory is that I just wasn't confident enough in myself. I just thought, not consciously, to have the thoughts, but unconsciously in the back of your head, I didn't believe I'm worthy enough to have sex. I didn't believe a woman is able to open herself in intimacy with me. I didn't believe it. And unfortunately, these experiences haunted me. With this girl, we tried 3-4 times, and then apart from that, we pretty much stopped because it wasn't working. We stopped even engaging in sex, and of course, our relationship went to crash. You know, we were like just buddies, roommates, best friends, and it just didn't work out. And unfortunately, this haunted me for my future relationships. First of all, I was always avoiding having sex because I was afraid the same thing is going to happen. I'm going to be shamed about it. There are going to be rumors. People are going to speak about it. You know, Alex with a dick. And look how funny it is, because now I'm speaking openly about it in front of even more people. And to be honest, I don't care. This shit haunted me for a long time. And for some reason I couldn't get sex from all the other girls. And right now I'm sharing you my biggest secret, actually. This is something that I was not telling anybody else. There was one girl in the UK, we did something, I kind of managed to do it, not really. It was kind of forced, it was kind of, I don't want to go into too much detail, not because I'm ashamed, just because it's not so important. I kind of managed to do it, but not consciously, you know, I didn't want to, she kind of did it for me, and yeah, you can probably imagine in your heads. But it all came to my girlfriend, to my ex-girlfriend now, and with her it was the same story. It was the same story. What changed there is that I loved her. I caught very serious feelings for her, and I really loved this girl. I think love is a great booster for sex. And at one point I finally relaxed and we started having sex. So this is kind of like my first girl that I had sex with. Yeah, so before that I couldn't get it up also with her. But after that I had no problems, and this was something that happened regularly. I kind of removed this insecurity by just seeing that things work out. So I need to think about something. I'm going to refresh the camera because it's going to run out anyways, and I'll cut it. Yes, now I remembered. So about this relationship, what I did, and I forgot to mention it. Ever since the first girl I was with, the one that was, I decided that it's not because of me, in the way that I'm stressing it too much. I thought it's because I'm not attractive enough, and I needed to be more confident, more alpha male, more assertive, more dominant, and all this type of stuff. So what I essentially did is put on a mask. I started pretending to be somebody who I'm not. I started pretending to be a fuckboy. And long story short, with the ex-girlfriend that I had, my previous girlfriend, that I had for the first time sex at 21 years old, I, from the beginning, put on a mask. Everything was a fucking lie. You know, I lied about my body count. I came up with some stories, just imaginary stories. I said that I fucked some girls that don't even exist. I said I fucked some girls that are just my friends. Just so I can keep the image of being a fuckboy, being an ultra attractive guy, alpha male, you know, just to get the attention, just to boost my ego or something like this. And I kept this lie on forever. And I speak a lot about relationships because they are a very good point of view when it comes to your self-development, because when you're in a relationship, you're pretty much facing a mirror. You see all of your insecurities, you see all of your negative sides, all of your weaknesses. And it's very important, in my opinion, people to get into relationships to see who they really are and to develop as people. But in this relationship, that's why I speak about this previous relationship that I had, which ended pretty soon. I wasn't myself. First of all, I started with a lie, and second of all, I wasn't myself in what I want, what I need, what I desire. And now that I have this, let's say, wisdom at 22 years old, I see that I was like this my whole life. I didn't do what I wanted. For example, some friends invite me out. I really don't want to go out. I say yes just to confirm them. Or for example, I really want to go out. They invite me, but I stay inside even though I want to go out. That's what I truly want. And I've lived my whole life trying to do this, trying to live up to the expectations of my parents, trying to make everybody happy, trying to please everybody, trying to, when somebody is sad, trying to help them rather than look at my own good. Doing something that I believe in my heart and soul that is not the right thing, but still doing it because to win the approval of other people. I am the type of guy who is walking on the street just looking at everybody, trying to get their approval. Right now I'm walking with crutches, they're not here in my room, but subconsciously I want people to feel sorry for me. I want people to see me as a victim and to offer me their help, which I fucking don't need. That's fucking scary, guys. That's a fucking disease. That's a mental disorder. To be so needy of the approval of the people around you. It's an absolute joke. And I refuse to live like this. I refuse to not live by my truth, by my heart's desires, by my intuition. I've been lying for so long and I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to offend anybody, but at the same time I want to live life by my own means. I want to say what I want and do what I think is right without caring about the other people. This is a very good way for you to filter out the people that are not for you anyways. Because you show them the real you, like not like me. I'm a bad example of this with the girls. I show the real me, and then if they want, they can stay. If they don't want, if they don't like stuff, they can go away and find somebody who is better for them. But this is 100% better than faking who you are, because you are attracting something wrong in your life. You're attracting, it's a Jordan Peterson quote, it's like when you don't say the truth, when you don't live by your truth, you're attracting the wrong consequences in your life, the wrong situations. And who knows what could you get if you are just true to yourself and saying the truth, which is very important. It's a very hard transition to make. It's very challenging and it's filled with a lot of anxiety, but every time I remember, I reckon in my life, I said the truth to somebody. I said, bro, or hey girl, this was not alright, this was not okay, what you did, what you said to me. It can be very hard, it can be challenging, maybe the other people or the other person will get upset, but you know what? You are fucking free after this. This is the freedom that everybody desires. It's in front of you. I lay it down to you. I said this video is not about you, but you can see that it's kind of about you. The truth will set you free, as the people said. This is the most fucking powerful lesson in my life. And I don't give a fuck about screaming right now. This is the most powerful lesson one can do. Because once you stop being this, it's from the book, this nice guy trying to please everybody, trying to make everybody happy. Oh, are you okay? Are you alright? And start living by your own terms, people will start respecting you, first of all. And second of all, you feel free in your heart and soul. Because you know for a fact, because everybody is a liar. Everybody is also a sinner by the God's law. When you say the lie, you feel something wrong in your stomach, in your heart. You know this for a fact because everybody of us is a fucking liar. But when you say the truth, no matter how harsh it is, freedom. And that's the purpose of life, guys. Freedom. Nothing else. Lying is for the pussies. Lying is for somebody who is insecure about themselves. Because think about it. If you know in your mind and heart and soul that you are this person, you're not going to be ashamed about this. If you know, for example, that you play League of Legends 5 hours every day, and this is what you like to do, and this is who you fucking are, then you're going to say it. I have two more things to admit to you. First of all, that I never stopped playing League of Legends. I play even to this day. I play with my friend Tony, and sometimes I play even by myself in my room. Sometimes I play until 2-3 a.m. I say, by the way, I say these things because I had a self-improvement channel in English and in Bulgarian, and I had a lot of pressure on myself to just be perfect, not say my insecurities. I was always speaking, stop the bad habits, stop playing video games, stop wasting your time, stop masturbating, and still I was doing these things sometimes. Not always, but sometimes I was doing. Sometimes I was relapsing. I was so much against pornography, and I was still doing it. And I still kind of do it to this day. And I'm not afraid to say it. What is going to happen? You're going to judge me, or what? It's not so scary to say the truth. Only God can judge me anyways. But yes, it's a fucking sin. It's fucking stupid to do. But to this day, I don't mean every day, but I still masturbate to porn. I'm against it, yes. I think it's bad, yes. But I still do it. And to be honest, a realization that I had is that it's better for you to do the bad thing and admit it than to do the bad thing and lie the other people in their faces. This video is amazing because I cannot explain how free I feel after all of this. I cannot explain you how free I'm sure I'm going to feel after uploading this and showing it to the world. Because this is my truth and this is who I am. I told you in the beginning of the video, I promise I'm going to say the truth at all times. This is me, guys, Alexander Dejanov Alexandrov, 22 years old, from Bulgaria. This is my truth and I stand by it. I'm going to make sure to do everything this video comes on the internet and I upload it. Because it's the fucking truth and you have no idea how freeing it all feels. You have no idea how free it feels to speak your mind about some things. That's why I believe every one of us, especially the men out there, we should stand for what we believe in every single situation. Or we should at least try. We should try to strive for the change. Because otherwise we are castrated. We have no balls. Nobody's going to respect us. Not our friends, our family, and trust me, our women are not going to respect us. I want to change. I want to change my philosophy and I don't want to care so much about pleasing other people. I want to be a nice guy in the way that I do good for the other people, but only when I feel that this is coming from my heart. Not just to please other people, but just because I want to. There is something that nice guys do. This is also from the book. It's called the covert contract. Basically, what it means that to do something only in order to get. The most basic example, something that I've unfortunately done, I'm sorry to all the people that I've done this for, to say I love you, just to hear it back. When I heard this in the book, I was absolutely mind blown. Nice guys, or people pleasers, or pushovers, or whatever you want to say, the doormats, the person that I was and I still kind of am, you do something only to get the approval of others. You say to your woman, I say to my woman, I love you. Not because in this current moment I want to say it and I fucking feel it, but because I want to hear it back. You have no idea how psychopathic this is. Of course I said it many times because I felt it. But sometimes I said it because I want to hear it back. This is absolutely ridiculous. I refuse to be this kind of person. I refuse to go on the street and give homeless people some money only to be filmed and receive feedback of how good a person I am. It's so fucking fake. I refuse to be nice and speak quietly just so I cannot offend anybody with my truth and what I believe in. This is fucking ridiculous way to live by, especially as a man. This is like having your balls here and cut them with some scissors. There is no way the truth, and the truth, guys, always comes out. The truth always comes out. Without any exception, it doesn't matter how. It always finds a way to get to you. The truth always comes out and will always come out. But as long as you are fake, You're lying. You're not being authentic. You're not going to live the life that you really want. Because you're essentially another person. You're not the real you. And as stupid as it may sound, the weirder you are, the more you are, the more people will like you, will be drawn to you. Because that's how it works. Because we are attracted to human qualities, not to perfection. Nobody is perfect. And we are not attracted to perfect people. You may have thousands of examples where you see somebody saying, oh, I'm a bad singer. You know, just putting in front some of their flaws. And you fucking relate to them and you like them more because of it. And it may happen the same with this fucking video, guys. Because I'm not fake. I am who I am. You look at my sweat here. The room is 35 degrees, guys. I am who I am. And this video may be the most relatable video that I've ever made. Not the one that I'm saying 3 strategies to become an alpha male, this basic type of shit. This is who I am. You see me right now. I look into the camera with strength, with bravery, with masculinity. And I have no shame, guys. For the first time in my life, I have no shame to say my truth, to speak who I am, to look something or somebody, or I hope thousands of people, to be honest, see this video in the eyes and say that I was a fucking liar and a pussy. I fucking was. I was lying to my girlfriend about my male things, about my male instincts, and I'm sick of this shit. I want to end this video right here because my battery is running out. I hope you understood some things about yourself. I'll see you in the next one video, guys. Ciao, ciao.